Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, season 2, episode 6. We are halfway
Ooh,
there. We've made it.
I know.
Feels good.
I I freaking love this show.
It had me laughing and cringing out loud.
This is like prime
It was
time.
great.
I
It
love
was
a good
fantastic.
mom's weekend type activity, and these
So
moms are stellar.
So good. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Hmm.
Before we get into it, check us out on the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast, and One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I watch a show that only has one season and talk about it.
I can't
Um,
wait.
I know I can't wait to do it. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe. Um, Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta and join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows where Meredith and I talk about whatever the hell we want. And this one was a good one. This is
It
where one
honestly weaved so naturally together.
it did. It weirdly did, and I
Yep.
loved it. Also, you'll get access to any episodes we record early, including this one. So
Yeah.
you're getting this later than you should have. That's
Honestly,
on
by the
you.
time this is out, all of season 2 is done. So don't miss the second half. Come join us quicker.
Yeah, just binge it. If you're not a binger, you're listening to the wrong two girls because all we do is
Or
binge.
you just found us so late that like it is all out, but there's so much more to come.
Or someone's waiting for us to do all seasons of like Summer House and then they can watch 1 through 6 in
I
order.
mean,
And that's just nightmarish. Don't do
by
that.
now we're pretty much basically there.
We're doing this. What? Oh, God. Okay. Well, you heard it
Start
here
now
first. Start
and
now. Just do
join our
it.
Patreon and we're basically done.
For $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, you get access to our after shows that we do when we go back and watch old seasons. So we can talk about current Bravo news, anything that stuck out in the episode. I myself have something that like really caught my
Ooh.
attention that I just like want to chat about. So join us for that. Also, we go off on tangents, so we'll probably talk about other shit too. We don't know. And then also we will say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Chris, Danae, Dustin, Jackie, Casey, Kimberly, Cameron, Tiffany, Tracy, Gina, Jennifer, Kelsey, Mariah, and Sarah. I did it. I
Woohoo.
did it. I did it. I did it.
You crushed it.
And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus you get access to give us your opinions, questions, thoughts, literally anything you want for the after show. Or not the after
Ooh.
show. Sorry, for our live shows.
Yeah,
when
that's
they
the
when
truth.
they do live stuff. So like basically Summer House will be back for a live season 7, Vanderpump will be back for a live season 10, and we will be asking for your thoughts, opinions, whatever you want to give us, questions, and we'll read them live on the podcast and comment on them.
We love it.
We'll read them all. There have been long ones before that we have
Yes.
super read. Um and then also we will pick a patron of the episode. So I'll be honest, I lost my place, but I think there's like a 50% chance I just said this person last time, which if I did, like shout out to you. There's a 50% chance I'm in the right spot. But now when we
I love
record
it.
next, I'm gonna remember this moment and know exactly where I am.
Okay, who
So,
potentially gets a double?
well, patron of the episode goes to Casey.
Woohoo!
Casey is relatively new. That's why I'm like,
See, I
did I
think you
say
picked
Casey
Casey
already?
last time,
But
but that's
Kimberly is
okay.
also relatively
No,
new and she's
that's
worked
okay.
there
How
longer.
about
I don't
two
know.
patrons of the episode?
What up? What up, our newbies? We hope you stick around for the live shows because that's where you're really gonna get some bang for your buck.
That's when it just livens up. This is us just riffing and having fun
Yeah,
as
we're just
friends.
chilling.
But if you're a diehard to the
We take it
shows,
seriously in live
yes. I
shows.
feel like we get in some good arguments on those.
We do. Our episodes take forever.
Yes.
We never shut up.
This is just fun and like this is just diving back into our memories, you know?
This is so Meredith and I don't become like super lonely.
100%.
For
You're the most consistent person in my life.
we're like our each other's only not toxic relationship. So stick with it. Um, we'll get into our trauma in
Also,
the
knock
after
on
show.
wood, we don't need this
We'll
to
get
become
into trauma
toxic.
in the after show.
We
We're
leave the
okay.
toxic people to the show.
Oh, I love that because I do love them from afar. Okay, I think that's it. So let's get into the episode.
Let's do it.
So previously on Summer House, we're halfway through the summer. Ashley's back to the Hamptons. She threw a watermelon in Carl's room because he was like screwing over Lauren or something.
Oh
And
man.
Lauren's still hoping that like a relationship will happen with Carl. Kyle finally realized that he does love Amanda and he gave her a key to his apartment. Lindsay went on a date with 25-year-old hot trainer Nick. And she got so absolutely drunk, they did not have sex.
Oh man.
And then we left off with Ashley and Steven going to get drinks with Carl, and Steven confronting Carl about how Carl's best head he ever got was from a guy.
Which,
and Meredith and I did not remember why this mattered. And honestly, I still don't think it matters. But
oh my God, I was so disappointed. I'm like, this is just so dumb.
I wanted like a secret, like Carl is actually gay and in love with Steven, but he's not.
Well,
like, spoiler. He's not.
But the first part of that statement only is like shocking if the second part of it is there. Like, you know, like that always in love with Steven. That's the only like groundbreaking thing to this show or to the friends.
The best sex he ever had was actually from Steven. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was but we're gonna talk about it because it is a main point in everyone's lives right now. Yeah. So we pick up in New York City. It's Monday, 9:12 p.m. Steven brings it up again. The best sex or the best head, sorry, he ever had was from a guy. So then Carl tells us when he was 22, he was having a threesome with some girls and a gay guy was around the threesome, I guess. And he got into the middle of the threesome and I assume gave Carl head, which like dope. I want to know where's this threesome happening that just gay men
I was trying to envision the experience as well, how a gay guy just popped in there and you didn't.
It was a crazy night.
It sounds like Carl didn't realize the gay guy was involved until
the lights turned on after and he was like, oh, hey.
Yeah,
were you the ones
like,
that can't
maybe he was so caught up in what was happening.
I think it was probably that. Like, but I want to know, like, did the gay guy knock? Did he just like enter? Was the threesome out in the open?
That's the thing is we're like, all right, this happened. Like, who cares? It's no big deal either way. And like Steven says, I don't really care about your sexuality. Yeah. But like, I'm just like, can we act this out? Can I get like a Lizzie McGuire cartoon character moment with all of you guys
explaining everything?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a crazy night. Carl was actually mortified about it. So he didn't tell anyone, which I think at 22, like, you're very conscious of your sexuality and very protective of it. Well, especially
just so conscious of like you care so much what other people think.
Yeah. And I think Carl being 32 was probably born in like late 80s, early 90s, right? Maybe
he's
even
not
like
32, is he?
He's 32.
Shut up.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, so this story is from 10 years ago and they still give a shit this much?
I guess.
Oh, so man.
Whatever. I understand he was probably not confused, but he didn't want to share and then have people be like, so you're gay. He was like, no, it just happened. So then Ashley's like, hey Carl, were you hitting on Steven? And Carl's like, no, I'm straight.
But I think Ashley's just as confused as we are as like why this is a thing.
Ashley's like, so is there more to this?
Like, yeah, she's like, what am I not getting?
Yeah, she's like, not to be rude, I accept you, but I don't
but know. I'm confused why this is a thing.
Can I have a diagram?
Yeah. Can I have a diagram?
So basically Carl, this is what happened and this is why Carl is mad and why Steven is mad. So
yes, it's not about the incident.
No. Carl told Steven this. Steven then told Lauren, and Carl probably told Steven, please do not tell anyone I'm telling you this in confidence. But no, Steven tells Lauren, his like girlfriend.
Even if he didn't put that disclaimer on there, I feel like you just don't really talk about your friend's sex lives.
That's like outing someone.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, Steven tells Lauren, Carl's girlfriend, I think at the time. So Lauren then
never used the girlfriend term. He never used it.
But so then Lauren brought it up to Carl. Carl denied it and told Lauren that Steven's a liar and just has a crush on him. Ooh. So Carl's mad Steven told Lauren, and Steven's mad that Carl called him a liar. And I see why both are mad, and I just don't understand why this is even a big, like, I get Carl maybe wanted to share like, hey, you're gay and I had like this one experience, but also 10 years ago I'd be like, what happened?
I know, but like I feel like Steven shouldn't be so mad that he's being called a liar when it's like he spilled the beans.
He did spill the beans.
I feel like Steven should be more mad that Carl said he had a crush on him. That Steven had a crush on Carl.
Yeah, who cares? Carl was just trying to like hide his secret. So like,
yeah, I get it. Whenever I have a secret, I'm like, I will do anything to, if I really want to keep a secret, to do it. Steven like no shame.
Steven was obviously wrong first. And more, I think, because it's very hurtful to share a secret. Yeah. And I think Carl was just like defensive in the sense that he's like, he's a liar. Like,
but I feel like this could have been talked out. I feel like Steven made a bigger deal about being called a liar.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
It's not like this was Lindsay. It like this was Lauren, who like Carl still wanted to like probably impress and sleep with, and you never know how like somebody's gonna react.
Carl also probably just didn't like Lauren enough to be like, yeah, this is what happened. But it shouldn't be a big deal. I don't know why Steven's like, hey, Lauren, guess what? Your boyfriend got his dick sucked by a dude one time. Like
10 years ago.
Who the fuck honestly cares? Anyway, so Steven then is like, he doesn't know Carl anymore, and it sucks because he really cared about their friendship, which I'm like, Steven, you fucked it up.
Yes.
You're the fucker upper.
You started it and then held on to it. Like Carl said he thought this was gone. Like they all moved past it.
This is ridiculous. So then we get 4 days later.
Which I was like, shit. But it was
I thought we were gonna like shit was gonna go down immediately, but
me too.
Like, now we're going to the Hamptons.
It's like, all right, we're moving past the week. We've got nothing interesting.
No one's getting phone calls going, yeah, send me those samples. So it's Friday, 12 p.m., going to the Hamptons. Carl and Lindsay are driving down together with Carl's mom, Sharon, and Lindsay's aunt, Rhonda, which I was like, oh my God, I love this.
Also, she was driving, I think, a Ferrari. And I was like, where did we get this car?
Aunt Rhonda splurged.
Seriously.
So Carl's a mama's boy. We find out the whole house is inviting their moms to the Hamptons.
I love it.
There's some drama, but it's fine because, you know, we got the moms here. Yeah. And then Carl shares that after 34 years, his parents are getting divorced and his mom is having a hard time, but she's always been there for him. So he's going to be there for her. Which is cute.
So sweet, and how devastating. I feel like it's kind of weird when your parents get divorced and you're like a full-blown adult.
Yeah, what do you do?
I would feel so weird. Like my first thought would be like, who am I spending Christmas with now? Like
I'd be like, are you guys just like bored of each other? Like, aren't you old enough to not just be like, we'll die together at this point?
Yeah, like have separate rooms in the house.
Yeah, why are we gonna split our assets, you guys?
Why are we doing this now?
It's cheaper to just stay together and hate each other. Okay, so then we meet Aunt Rhonda. She's Lindsay's dad's sister because, as we know from last season, Lindsay's mom is not in the picture and does not want anything to do with her. So Aunt Rhonda really stepped up in that mom role.
So sweet.
We love Aunt Rhonda. They'll call her AR, just so everyone knows. So if I say AR, that's Aunt Rhonda. So Lauren and Ashley are at the house with Dana, their mom. The rest of the Workus Circus will be here tomorrow. Get it?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, back-to-back weekends of Workus Circuses.
I know. Dana's very excited to see Stephen McGee. He's been needing a mom figure. And then we talk about the bachelorette party that we had last week and Carl. And Dana does not even want to talk about Carl. But Lauren says she let it sink in this week and realized she needs to set her own boundaries with Carl. Which like whatever. Finally, helps, girl, get out of here.
after the watermelon being split open in his room, I think some boundaries are needed.
And then we have the 3 that do not have their moms this Friday night: Kyle, Amanda, and Steven getting a car wash. Super fun.
So funny.
So Dana is getting cleaned up for dinner. And while she is, Ashley tells Lauren about Monday night and how she kind of like blocked it out. Jeez. And then Lauren said she did hear the story from Steven last fall, Carl denied it, but Lauren never judged Carl for his sexuality.
She doesn't seem the type.
It wouldn't be, if anything, if I was Carl, how he maybe in retrospect should have played it is like, yes, Lauren, this is exactly what happened. He explains the situation and is like, I'm straight, but like I did have this experience. And then he can turn it on like, Steven, you're an asshole for telling Lauren this without my permission. But instead, Steven had to be like, Steven's got a crush on me.
I personally, if somebody like presented me with something, my first initial instinct is just to lie and be like, nope, didn't happen.
Oh.
So like that also could have happened where then it's hard to walk it back and it's just easy to be like, he's lying. Ugh, maybe he just like likes me like that. Or like
That's
wants me like that.
Carl
like he probably like made it a joke and Steven likes me. But
had to know Lauren was gonna not let this die and then go tell
but
Steven.
I don't think Lauren didn't let it die. I bet then Lauren was like, or went to Steven and said, oh, he said it didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's all stupid.
It kind of seems like Steven's the only one who really thought about this since.
Probably because
and I bet other things happened and it just built for Steven, like the annoyance in their friendship.
Yeah, and he does. I mean, like Steven just does have a better friendship with the Workuses, so he's gonna share all his. Like the three of them are little chatty Cathys. They're gonna share all the drama.
Yep.
So, okay, so Lindsay, Carl, and the moms are here. The hellos are a little awkward, but it's okay because Sharon, Carl's mom, loves Lauren, which is not good for Carl.
Wasn't ready for that. I didn't think that they'd ever met.
Oh, their relationship moved fast in that summer house.
Yeah, but still, like if Carl and Lauren weren't dating in the winter, when did Lauren meet Sharon? Like
the fall, I think, when they were like not officially dating because he didn't use the girlfriend word, but the fall
when they were seeing each other, like maybe she came.
Can I just say, if I meet your mom, we're fucking dating. Yeah. You should not be dating other people.
Yes. If it's an accident or like you meet all my friends, it's different and like they just happen to be there.
Yeah.
But like Lauren and Sharon seem very close as if like Lauren was official with Carl.
We saw that picture. It was the three of them at a table for like lunch or dinner. So
one-on-one. Yeah.
There was some one-on-one. Steven would have loved to invite his mom, but he wants to be himself and his mom does not approve of his lifestyle. He also feels bad about the situation with Carl and he just doesn't want to feel hurt any longer. So that was Steven setting his boundaries with his mom.
Yep.
Kyle and Amanda's moms are going to be here tomorrow, and this is the first time they're going to meet each other.
Ooh, I like this.
This is like when we're meeting parents and parents are meeting parents. We're fucking dating, Carl.
For a year.
Insane. Kyle and Amanda have been doing good. They've been having a lot of big conversations. Never forget when Kyle drunkenly told Amanda he wants to marry her and then farted. Romance.
Gosh.
So then Carl and Sharon go talk. Sharon is so excited to get to know the other moms. She's so cute. I just want to squeeze her.
I just want to sit at a table and gossip with her.
She's so cute. And then like obviously the Lauren situation comes up and Carl's like, I just feel like the timing's not right. And Sharon's like, timing doesn't matter.
Oh, like, she's shipping this
so well. I know. She's like, I just want you to be okay. I think, you know how parents do that thing where they're like, I just want you to be with someone.
Yes.
I don't know why.
And I think like you don't ever your kid to be in a bad relationship. And I think Sharon sees that like Lauren's a great girl.
Yeah.
And
this
like
could be a good relationship if you let it.
Yes. I wonder if she thinks he's holding himself back for like his own things.
Which he definitely is. This man does not like to commit.
Yeah.
So then Dana and the twins talk, and Dana tells Lauren that don't worry about Carl because someone amazing will rock your world when you least expect it. Dana also tells Lauren to focus on her career. And you know, when the bus loses control, get out of the way, and Carl is one big yellow bus.
And of course he's wearing yellow.
Yeah, shout out. Who did that? That was great. Okay, it's Friday, 7 p.m. We talked about how Danielle's mom couldn't come this weekend, so she's not gonna come either. Also, Carl just yelled at Danielle at that one party. So Danielle is
Yeah.
like putting her own boundaries up with that man too.
But she will be here Sunday, they said, once the
She'll be
moms all
here
leave.
Sunday. Also, Amit is not gonna be here, probably because he hates drama, and Steven was giving him a lot of shade last episode, so he's over it.
Oh, Amit's mom also passed away, so I wonder if that's tough.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Noah came and told us that. You're right. We had a meet sister. Very cute. I miss Noah. Okay, so it's dinner time. Carl makes a toast because Sharon took 8 hours or spent 8 hours on a bus to come meet everyone. So cheers to Sharon, especially.
Steven like chokes when he's giving this speech.
I know he's like
oh man.
Dana is from a place called Carlsbad, and Carl thinks that's very funny.
Hey, guess what? That's basically where I stayed in California this past March and April.
Carlsbad?
Yeah, we used to go to dinner there all the time.
Oh my God, is it a nice place? Does Dana come from some nice area?
It's a great spot.
Oh my God, I love. So now we're gonna teach the moms how to play beer pong. It's Carl and Kyle versus Lauren and Sharon.
Lauren is really weaseling her way further and further into this woman's heart.
And damn, Sharon's about it. This bitch is killing it at beer pong.
I love it. And I love Lauren. The only rule is your elbow can't go past this line. And I was like, there are a million rules, but I guess you'll learn them.
Who's gonna yell at Sharon? You're an evil bitch. If
yeah,
you yell at
Sharon, your elbow can go past the line.
Sharon can do whatever the fuck she wants. Yes. We're saving this woman. Lauren would love to have Sharon as her mother-in-law, but Carl's still a dick, so that's not gonna happen. So instead, they're BP partners. And then the game's over when Carl and Kyle break a wine glass. So sad. So Aunt Rhonda and Lindsay are hanging out together, and Aunt Rhonda spots a bug, which is a wasp, and Lindsay just grabs that sucker.
I can't.
Like it's nothing. I would have been like, we're moving. We have to go.
I would have been like, close the door. Hopefully it'll die in here and we'll go talk in a different room.
Yeah. So we got a little bit of Aunt Rhonda last season, but Aunt Rhonda and Lindsay, besties.
I love it.
Super close. Lindsay tells her how she went on a date with Hot Nick the trainer, and it was really good. Does not mention how drunk she got, but
well, she does say she thinks she scared him away.
Yeah, and then she's like, I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, and I was like,
honey, it's not.
It's God. Single Lindsay summer isn't going as well as she planned. She just wants to have some sex, which is like fair. It's all fair, but girl.
You can't get so drunk that your date can't get so drunk that he just wants to go to bed and got hungover by the time you're laying in bed.
There needs to be a little bit of sobriety, like
a little bit of better planning. But we can still make it happen.
So then Lindsay shares she got a voicemail from Everett, which I wrote down the whole voicemail.
Good, so because I was like, I love this.
Are you hoping I did?
No, I mean, I didn't expect you to, but I expected you to have quotes. But I was like, I love drunk people and the mistakes they make.
So it's, hey, babe, I'm just calling you to say hi. And I love you. And I want to be back with you. I love you more than anything in the world. I think us would be great. I want us to just be great. Kisses the phone like, I love you, Monk. I don't know what the fuck Monk is, but
maybe it's her pet name.
I hope
Monk. Not.
Because it's like monkey.
I don't. Maybe it's short for monkey.
It's not good. I love you, Monk. But that's how it ends. And Rhonda says, Everett can change, and Lindsay can be open to see him prove these changes. But then Lindsay gives us a little insight to what happened. Everett had wandering eyes when they dated. And Lindsay seems like the type, if you look at the waitress, she's going to get a little mad. So
that's it. But I couldn't understand do you think he cheated on her?
I think maybe, remember that one fight they had where he was texting another girl from work and he like lied to it? I think it was like that, where he was like a little too friendly with women. So
maybe he was like flirting at a bar with another woman.
Yeah,
but it's his like friendly banter, not like hardcore flirting.
I think it's different for each relationship.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind if my boyfriend was like, hey, that girl over there just bought me a free drink. I'd be like, dope, save your money, but like,
yeah,
if you're texting girls and then I'm like, who are you texting? And you are like, no one, I'm gonna be like, I'm suspicious immediately.
Yes. Or if it's like someone from work doesn't know that you have a girlfriend, that's weird.
Yeah, put me at your desk, my dude. So Lindsay says Everett, this is where she goes off, should handcuff himself to the fucking sink in a fucking bathroom for 6 months, and then she'll date him. And
And
Aunt
I was
Rhonda was
like,
like, oh my God.
I was like, okay, so you guys should not get back together. If this is what you
No,
need to trust him,
there's no
please do not get back
trust.
together with him.
No. But if Everett wants to be back in Lindsay's life, he's got a lot of groveling to do. This voicemail means nothing.
I would hate to be Everett where this voicemail gets played to on national television.
Yeah, and you're not even on the show anymore to make money /
You're like, oof.
Give an interview. That's great.
Yikes.
So it's Friday, 10 p.m. We're all getting ready to go out. Sharon and Carl talk outside. They talk about the divorce. Sharon's just in a sucky place as the divorce gets more finalized. And then we find out Carl's dad is moving in with someone else that he's going to marry.
Whoa.
So there was clearly some cheating.
Yep. And I want to know how old this woman is.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought.
Can I get a picture?
Also.
Of course, they would not agree to that, but I personally need a picture.
Of course not, because now Carl's like, my dad totally cheated on my mom and is now divorcing her and taking her for half of everything. Bullshit, but
destroyed her whole family.
Yeah. Oh my God. When Sharon is just like angry that Carl's dad destroyed their family because she's sitting there and she's like, I thought I did a good job. And Carl's like, you did the best job.
I know.
I was like, I'm gonna kill Carl's dad. I'm so upset.
I know.
How dare you hurt Sharon?
After 34 years.
God, just die with her at that point.
Honestly.
Can't. Is it worth it? I hope it's worth it,
just
sir.
Get 2 separate apartments in the same building.
Carl's dad will never be on this show. Just so we're all aware. Okay, so Aunt Rhonda and Sharon are leaving together, which I love this friendship.
Me too.
So we really quick had to a bar, and I was like, oh my God, we went to the bar fast. But no, it's Danielle. So she's already in the Hamptons, just not at this Hamptons house.
Oh, yeah, she has a friend's birthday party.
Yeah, Brandon. He's 31. Great. So Danielle's here somewhere.
But guess what? She's avoiding all the problems. So good on her.
Yeah, no, understandably. It's Friday, 10:30. Everyone's talking about mom's brunch tomorrow, which ends up just being Kyle and Amanda and their moms. I thought it was gonna be all moms, but whatever. So then they're getting ready to go out, but then Kyle rips his pants.
Oh my God.
Because he was already sitting. I don't know what happened.
I think he spread his legs open and the force ripped, because it looked like the seam of his pants, like of jeans, was like what, like his around that area. Yeah. What a devastating moment. I know a guy who ripped his pants at a high school dance.
Was that embarrassing? Was he sad?
Did
they laugh it off?
He was gay and carried multiple wardrobes in his car and drove to our high school. So he had pants in the car.
Oh my God. That's great.
He was dancing so hard his pants ripped.
Oh, I stand this man. So then we're like, where's Carl? Is he masturbating? I don't know why that's
if that's the first thought, why is somebody going to listen?
They're like, go see.
My whole body's like convulsing. I don't need to think about this.
So basically, I took it as, because we did see Carl go upstairs, I took it as like he didn't want to go out. He had that tough conversation with Sharon.
Yeah, like his mom left. He's just not interested.
Yeah, but he's masturbating maybe. So Carl's actually, though, upstairs laying in bed, FaceTiming a girl. And this girl is talking about how she went to a psychic, and the psychic said she's going to marry someone who's 6'4" with dark hair and lives at the beach. So if that's not Carl, I don't know what is.
I wouldn't really say he lives at the beach.
No.
And I bet you can find a lot more people who are 6'4", dark hair and live at the beach.
Yeah, there's obviously one part of that is inaccurate. But then Ashley and Steven are eavesdropping.
Oof.
And then they go downstairs and they tell everyone that Carl's on the phone with a girl. So then Lindsay knows that Carl's being shady, but doesn't understand Steven getting involved, starting all the drama. So people are picking up on Steven being a little shady.
Yes. Because, okay, they did not hear what she said. All they heard was he's FaceTiming a girl.
It literally could be his cousin, which, like, I know it's not, but it
I know,
could
but they
be
don't know
anyone.
that.
Yeah,
This becomes a huge thing with just like a little bit of information.
agreed. So then Lauren goes upstairs to Carl's room. She barges on in and says she just wants to say hi to this girl that he's talking to.
Oh
And then
man.
Lauren starts going off about how he's a big bullshitter. And then Ashley tries to get Lauren to stop, but then ends up starting to yell at Carl too. So Carl's just being yelled at, and he's pissed because he's like, this is my room. I pay rent here. Like, I live here. I can do whatever the
Yes.
fuck I want in
This
my
would piss me
room.
off.
This would piss me off
Especially
beyond belief.
similar to like why is Steven like stirring the pot so hard? Like Ashley goes and tells Lauren and then is like, oh, stop yelling at him, Lauren. Stop getting so involved. And it's like, well, you just poured gasoline onto her fire.
Yeah. Sorry, I yawned. But what do you think she was gonna do?
Honestly, but again, remember at the beginning of the episode when Lauren said she was going to set boundaries with Carl? I'm like, fuck, there goes the
There
boundaries.
we go. So yeah, they just called Carl a liar. He's pissed. Then they're like, you know what? We got to hash it out in the upstairs living room. We're all gonna do this.
Yep.
So it's the Workus twins, Carl and Steven, which I
Oh
don't
man.
fucking know what's happening.
Why did Carl sign up for that?
I don't know. Also, he's in his underwear. So this is like the
Yes.
most vulnerable he could be.
Oh
Um,
God.
So yeah, so Lauren yells at Carl about what a prize she is and how he treats her badly. Kyle's trying to listen. Amanda shuts him out with the doors, and Lindsay's hanging out in there because she's like, fuck that too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they just yell at Carl the whole time, and then he goes back in his room because he's like, this is not productive. And Ashley tells him to pack his bags.
Which Ashley, you do not live there.
Ashley, you don't pay rent.
You do not get a say.
Get out of here. So now it's Friday, 11:30 p.m. We're finally gonna leave for the night without Carl because he's gonna sleep. But no, Lauren's still pissed, so we gotta wait outside for these Ubers or taxis or whatever. And she's going off about Carl. And everyone has to listen because we're all headed to the same place. I don't know where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So
and let's be honest, you don't want the like Workus fire coming your way, so you're just gonna listen.
You're just gonna listen. So Lauren's clearly really hurt because she starts crying and people comfort her. But she wants to tell Carl to leave the house and doesn't want to be friends with him, which, girl, you signed up for the summer house, you gotta do the summer house.
Well, this is why you don't hook up with someone in your summer house. This is the risk you took. So you can't kick him out now, in my opinion.
And Kyle does sympathize, but realizes that if Steven wasn't coming back and putting all those things in Lauren's head, she probably wouldn't be so angry, and then we could like not have this drama. But whatever, we're gonna go out. Fuck it. Bye. We're out.
Let's drink. That'll definitely help the problem.
Friday, 11:45. We're getting drunk like last summer, as Kyle puts it. It's just the time. Then we go to Saturday, 2 a.m. Amanda's like, we got a big day with our moms tomorrow, Kyle. We gotta go to bed. Stop. Put the chips down. We gotta go. Down. Ashley and Lauren are sleeping in bed together, so we know Lauren's not in Carl's bed. And Ashley's hyping Lauren up. She's like, you sleeping where you're supposed to, my girl. Good for you.
She's like, finally, we're on the same page. He sucks.
So it's Saturday, 7:03 a.m. I'm amazed anyone's up right now. Some people are stirring. What is it? So Kyle in the shower hawks a big giant loogie, which I hate. I hate on the streets when people hawk loogies.
Okay, but a shower's a little more normal. You know, you got that hot water, getting everything out of your system.
No, I don't want to hear it. If I was Amanda, I would have right there.
In the should be privacy of his own bathroom. Yeah, the door's wide open too. The camera's straight at it.
So Lauren takes pictures of Steven while he's sleeping. And then Steven, Amanda, and Lindsay are in the kitchen together. And Amanda's so excited for her mom to come. Kyle goes to pick up his mom, Jane, which doesn't sound right anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's Jane. But Jane, I almost said, I don't know why I'm like, that's not right, but it's totally right. It's Jane. So Kyle's mom is back. She's not back. I mean, we've never met her, but Kyle's mom is back at the house. She's so cute. She's definitely crazy like Kyle is what people say, which I don't know because she's like a cute little lady.
I think she gets away with it more.
Yeah, because she's a cute little lady.
Yes. But Amanda does say like she learned so much about Kyle whenever she met his mom finally.
Yeah. And then they keep saying Jane Cook is a legend. And I'm like, no one would say that about my mother. So clearly Jane Cook is doing something.
People would say that about my mother.
She's a legend. I love
I think
that.
people would understand me so much more if they met her.
So then Jane and Kyle have a little talk, and Jane just says, like, obviously, Kyle, you're very serious about Amanda if I'm gonna meet the mom, but make sure to share a tube, sorry, of toothpaste with someone before you get married.
Basically, you should live with them, is what she's saying, before you marry them.
But also, what kind of tube of toothpaste person are you? Do you just squeeze or do you roll from the bottom?
I don't get an actual tube. I get the little like container thing. So it sits upside down.
Oh, nice. I get a tube and I squish until I'm out and then I roll from the bottom. So I do both.
I hate the tubes. And I'm very particular on my flavoring, I'll call it.
Weird. Okay, cool.
I'm very particular about everything with my toothpaste.
Also, Jane tells Kyle you should know what kind of sex life you're gonna have before you get married. Hint, hint. Have sex with them before you're married, basically.
I just can't imagine talking about this with my parent on TV.
Oh my God, I'd straight up be like, Mom?
I'd be like, I stop.
I probably wouldn't even go as far as Lindsay. Like, if I had a bad date, I mean, I sometimes tell my mom if they're like really funny, but most of the time I just like don't mention
okay,
it.
it's slightly different to tell your like fun aunt.
That's true, but it's funny at Rhonda. She's basically a mom.
I know, but she's more fun than mom.
That's true. So then Carl and Lindsay go outside because Sharon and Aunt Rhonda are exploring the Hamptons together.
Love this duo.
Obsessed.
I'm like, why isn't a camera following these two around?
That's what I want. I don't care about this house at all. So last night was so crazy, Carl. What happened? So Carl says that he got a FaceTime from a girl that he is friendly with. Lauren then opens his door, calls Carl a liar, and then basically comes at him.
How interesting. He has no idea that Steven and Asher snooped and then started it all.
No idea. So Lindsay agrees that this was handled very poorly. Carl's also mad that Steven gives his opinion about everything. And Carl tells Lindsay that he had told Steven a story that was a secret, and Steven told Lauren, and Carl called Steven a liar when Lauren came to Carl about the story. And Lauren believed Carl over Steven. So that's where some of their issues arised in a friendship.
Yes.
Lindsay says she doesn't know the story, but it all turned into drama, and maybe Carl needs to reevaluate his life or his friendship with Steven.
She tells Carl she doesn't need to know the story, but in her interview, she says she does know the story, right?
Yeah. She's like nice about it. Like, I don't need to know what you're talking about, but this is my opinion. And then Lindsay's like, of course I fucking know the story. Lauren called me 5 seconds after she heard it.
I was gonna say, I would be shocked if this whole group didn't know.
Yeah, but Lindsay knows it's not a secret that needs to be shared with everyone. Yeah. So she understands. And Carl just really wants to focus on his mom. And yeah, so we're going to do that. Lindsay's not the most messy this summer. It's Carl.
I mean, well, Carl kind of also says he doesn't really see value in Steven's friendship. So I'm like, is this a sinking ship?
That's fair.
It's dead.
Set your boundaries and stop fighting for this friendship.
I think I would have a hard time being friends with somebody like Steven if he did that to me.
Agreed. 1,000%. So it's Saturday, 1 p.m. Amanda's mom is here. Her name's Donna. So Kyle, Amanda, they introduce Jane and Donna for the first time.
I love it. They look, this little foursome looks so cute.
So cute. And Amanda loves her mom. Her mom would do anything for her kids, and she's obsessed. So then we take a little break. Steven goes to call Danielle because he misses her. And that's cute. I really like that friendship.
Yeah. But well, it's kind of nice. I feel like they're buddies in such a different way.
Yeah. So Lindsay crashes the party to also talk to Danielle, but then Danielle spots some eye candy, so she's gotta go.
Get him, girl.
Steven, Ashley, and Lauren lay in Steven's bed under the blanket together. And Ashley's so happy that Lauren's here and not in dumb Carl's bed.
Oh God.
Boo.
I'm like, I just need everyone in this house to move on. I need Lauren to move on from Carl. I need Ashley and Steven to move on from talking about Carl and Lauren.
Leave Carl alone. Let him hang out with Sharon.
Yeah, like let's just pretend he's invisible.
Who Sharon and Aunt Rhonda are not here. So shout out.
Yay.
Okay, so then brunch. Kyle, Amanda, their moms. We do a cheers to the moms meeting. Jane is very impressed that her son has been dating someone for this long.
To be
that
able
must
to
mean something.
Yeah, to have the moms meet. This is massive.
And then Amanda shares that Kyle gave Amanda a key to her apartment, and Donna is shocked.
Both moms are like, whoa.
Donna is like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me about this.
I love how she tells him she's like proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all very impressed with Kyle doing the bare minimum.
But Kyle's like, whoa, let's slow down. I gave her a key ring, not a ring.
Yeah, we're like taking slow steps in the right direction, but we will move slow. So Jane and Kyle both drinking. Jane's trying to keep up with Kyle.
I love
it. Amanda warns her not to, or else Jane will end up in a dark hole with a bag of chips.
I mean, she ain't wrong.
True. So it's Saturday, 3:30 p.m. The whole Wargus family is here.
I forgot how massive this family was.
There's a million because there's the older sister, the Wargus twins, two younger brothers and a younger sister, I think.
Definitely a younger sister because the younger sister was also at the Bachelorette last weekend.
Yes. There's definitely at least one brother. I think there's two.
I think there's two as well, which means there's at least 6 kids.
It's a lot of kids, basically. So, what's her name? Dana. Dana was busy. There's basically a Donna and a Dana, and that's gonna know.
Dana is Lauren and Ashley's mom. So yeah.
Donna is Amanda's.
Well, I bet she has a new last name because they have a stepdad.
Jim. I don't know why I didn't write down Jim. I just know for some reason it was Jim.
My God. The only dad. That's why it's so easy.
Jim. So Lindsay and Aunt Rhonda are hanging out. Lindsay's really bummed Aunt Rhonda's gonna leave in the morning, and I get that. Me too. Yeah. I feel. Steven and Dana go to talk. Steven and Dana met last summer. Steven really wants a motherly figure here. So,
yeah. And Dana's like, what's a 7th?
Yeah, we got 1 million already. I'll just add another.
I can adopt one more.
Yeah, so Steven tells her about the drama with Carl and it being very overwhelming. And this is where Dana is like, Steven, you can call me anytime. I will be your mom. And so it was really cute. So Steven then shares that he's very closed off. He opened up a lot to Carl. He feels like he was let down in that friendship, and it goes back to his family. Yeah. Because his parents don't agree with him being gay. That affects Steven in his relationships. Steven came out at 23 and they were disappointed and told him it's okay to feel that way as long as he doesn't act on it. Which was so, my heart broke.
I can't imagine. And they just want him to be celibate his whole life.
I was like mad at Steven, and then he was sharing this and I was like, my heart hurts for him. Because I think that really does affect you making relationships with other people. Like, it's hard to trust.
Yes. Well, and in like a romantic relationship, it's kind of like, what's the point? Like, where's this going to go if my family's not involved? Am I just going to be an island the rest of my life if I do meet someone I like? Or do I be single and stick with my family?
Yeah, and he says it's weird, like when he's dating someone and he has to be like, you can't meet my family.
Yeah,
like,
which that probably sounds like a red flag. Yeah,
yeah, and then like, why date someone for them to just leave you because they think you're hiding something when really,
which he said in a different episode, like he kind of was always attracted to people who are unavailable, and you know, a lot of this probably stems from that, or that probably stems from the stuff he's talking about today.
Yeah, but Dana tells Steven to risk it. Because sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but a really good relationship could be worth it if that's what Steven wants.
Yeah.
And she also sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, honestly, I don't think he's thinking about how if you meet someone so amazing and they have an amazing family, like, you kind of in a relationship get out a whole new family too.
Yeah. And I think that's the other thing is you need someone who understands, right? Someone who, if you're like, my family doesn't accept this lifestyle, so I don't know if you could ever meet them. You need
Mm-hmm.
someone that can then be like, I understand and like sympathize with what you're going through and
Yeah.
empathize with it. But Dana tells Steven that he's great and a beautiful man. We'll meet him one day and it'll be someone amazing. I think she might have actually called Steven a beautiful man. It doesn't matter, but beautiful men for Steven.
And Dana's the supportive mom he needs.
Yeah, they hug. It's a really cute moment.
I liked
There's
it.
something about Steven, even though he's snaky, I'm like, I'm
I
rooting
know,
for
but he's like kind of
him.
like the normal level of snaky where it's like, I could see myself doing all this.
Yeah, he's on a TV show, right? We're all like, thank you for doing
I'm
that.
like, yeah, my ear would be pressed to the door with you, Steven.
Yeah, probably. Okay, it's Saturday, 6 p.m. The crew's back from brunch. Carl goes into Lauren's room. Not good. Asked to talk. And Lauren's like, do we have to? And Carl just hopes that they can table their fight because his mom's here and he doesn't want his like mom to know or get involved or anything. And Lauren's like, why the fuck would I fight with you and get your mom involved? Like that's not what's gonna happen.
And it's not like he said all of our moms are here. I don't want to make it awkward for them. It's only about him, in a sense, his relationship with his mom.
Yeah. So Lauren's pissed and she's
offended.
Would be. Yeah. And so she just tells Carl, like, fuck you. Carl leaves because
she says, like, I've always bit my tongue. Like, I would never do that. And the fact that you would think that I would do that, it's kind of an insult.
It's offensive. Because then Carl leaves. And then Lauren goes to his room to whisper, yell at him so no one hears. And she's like, I've always been really good. I'm so offended, which just cracked me up that like they had tabled it. And then she was like, let me whisper.
I know. I'm like, Lauren, you're ruining the point.
Lauren, you have the upper hand.
And remember our boundaries again? Like you didn't need to follow him to say the same thing you already said.
We're setting boundaries. Okay, so Sharon, Jane, and Aunt Rhonda, they're having a whole lot of wine and a whole lot of fun. These gals,
get me on that train.
They're talking about how pretty their eyes are, which
I love it. It's like, I hope you don't think this is weird, but you just have such pretty eyes.
I would never think that. I'd be so honored.
I'm like, tell me more.
If Sharon told me that, I might die happy right there and then.
You just collapse, like literally faint.
This is the peak of my life. Bye. Okay, so we ordered a bunch of food for dinner.
It's Chipotle, by the way. I clocked it the first time I watched this, and I clocked it again.
I literally go Mexican question mark
Chipotle.
tacos.
It's all right. Chipotle.
So it's Chipotle.
And all I was thinking was who took those leftovers home. But keep going.
I don't know because they didn't fit in the fridge. So Dana tells a story about how she found out she was having twins. It really wasn't that exciting of a story, but Ashley beat the shit out of Lauren in the womb.
That's actually pretty hilarious.
That makes a lot of sense. Jane does a cute little toast. It's a blessing to be with the kids. And it was
God. Aww. And Kyle's like, I'm a kid.
We love. So then dinner's over. We start to clean up. There's no room in the fridge. Who gets the Chipotle? So then Sharon and Carl go up to his room. Aunt Rhonda's really excited about music, so she goes to dance. But Sharon does say she's had a couple glasses of wine. So this is where this is coming from. And Carl was like, what are you talking about? And then Sharon just starts to cry.
Oh.
And I just want to be clear. This is the last thing I ever want to do in my life is watch Sharon cry. This is
especially like drunk cry because she's in her feelings hardcore. And it's not like whenever you're drunk, the feelings don't go away. You're just perpetually sad. It's not like she got caught up in a moment, just needed a minute to talk it out with Carl and can walk away from it. Like she's sad. And
she's a right to be in her feels. Like, fuck that dude you hooked up with once and now you're sad he's not paying attention to you. No, this is a
marriage. This is 34 years. More than that, because they've been married for 34 years. Like, let alone how long they've known each other.
And she's not even like crying. She was sobbing on Carl's shoulder, just like absolutely losing it because it was a rough year. And she just doesn't want to be problematic to Carl. This woman is.
I love how she apologizes and he goes, for what? You have nothing to apologize for. He is. I love seeing Carl here.
So sweet with his mom.
He just wants to uplift her, but not tell her bullshit and not just be like, it doesn't matter. Like, forget about him. She's like, you're amazing. Like, it's so easy to love you and spend time with you and call you mom.
It's honestly, you can see Carl's heart just break watching his mom cry.
I
Like you
know.
see it. Also, okay, so I know this is very cute, but all I can think about is Carl is such a large man compared to his mother.
I was thinking the same thing.
His hands took over her whole back.
And when he was sitting on the bed and she's standing, it's
Oh
like
my
they're
God,
like
the
she's just a
same
little
height.
taller.
And
Yeah.
I bet you a big old hug from Carl felt so good for Sharon.
Oh,
Oh, I love this was prime Carl. This was it. This was like Carl will never get better than when he's with Sharon.
I
That's it.
love it.
I love Sharon so much. Okay, so next time, I want to be clear. My Bravo app does not always show me next time because
Oh,
it
I
wants to
hate
go to the
that.
next episode. So this
Yeah.
is all I got. We're having that it's Kyle's birthday. We're having that party where it's the colonial men.
Yes, the like we're never growing up.
Yeah, this we're having a colonial man birthday party for his birthday. Danielle has a guy that she's made out with coming.
Oh, honey.
Steven has never been set up on a date. Everett is gonna come on Sunday.
Oh,
And
honey.
that's all I got. But
That's a
Everett
lot.
coming is just something else. Okay. So that's it. Oh, we gotta do fun, not fun. So basically, we like never explain this, but I never know if we like need to. But basically, every episode, Meredith and I pick a person in the episode that was fun, was our favorite to be around. We
Yep.
loved, they brought so much to the show, and someone that was not fun, someone that was useless. We didn't need them. They ruined it for us. Awful. Because fun, you could still be a shitty person if you're bringing the
Yes,
drama.
that's the
You can
thing
be
is you
fun.
can define it however you want.
Fun for us.
It's fun for a multitude of reasons.
Like a lot of the time, like, I'm just thinking of Carl yelling, "Summer should be fun," or Kyle yelling that, and I bet
It
that
hasn't
was.
happened in the season yet.
I know, and that was like really fun for us to watch, but I'm sure was not fun for Amanda to go through. So it's
Not at
just,
all.
it's all about your perspective. Okay, Meredith, do you have a fun or a not fun?
This is tricky.
Oh, I know.
I
Pick one.
I don't
Which one
know.
you want to do first? Which one you want to do first?
I'd rather do not fun first.
Okay, let's start on a low.
My not fun is Lauren. I'm so over this. There was no real reason for her to be mad, in my opinion. Like, honestly, he was literally FaceTiming a girl. You guys are not dating. Get it together.
I agree.
And then, like, to scream about it outside as you guys are trying to go out and ruin the night for all the roommates.
We should not be in a summer house with our exes. We should not hook up with people in the summer house.
No, and like the entire weekend, that's all it is about Carl.
Yeah, I'm upset too about it. I'm gonna pick Steven because I don't think it was right for him to share Carl's business like that.
Yep.
And I understand why Carl's mad. And now he just keeps getting involved and he doesn't want to take any kind of responsibility. Like, I wish Steven would just be like, I should not have shared that story. But you shouldn't have called me a liar. Fair. He's skipping over all the things he did
all
wrong.
of his part. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't love that. And though I gotta give a shout out because I totally understand that he's going through a lot with his family, and I totally empathize. You can't, it doesn't give you the right to be shitty to other people.
No.
I think that's shady. Also, I'm pretty sure it was taken out of context because Steven straight up's like the best head Carl ever got was from a dude.
Yes.
But the story's like not that exciting.
No, the story's like, man, I had a wild night one night.
Yeah, I didn't even know the gay guy came in, but there he was. Like, great. I don't know. Whatever. Fun. It was fun.
I don't know. This is tricky because I just want to pick all the moms, but I feel like that's not fair.
I know.
That's a cop out.
Mom.
So our gold star of the week goes to. Oh, we can pick moms?
No, I said I'm not going to pick a mom.
Well, our gold star of the week goes to the moms because epic. Loved it.
Especially Sharon.
I know.
I love you.
Okay, you go because I don't know.
I have my fun. And this is controversial, but I'm going to pick Carl because.
Okay. I like that answer.
I think he did act very well. I think he's kind of the victim in the situation with Steven.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he's a total victim because he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, but like he's not in a relationship with her.
Yeah. Yes. But like also you see how much Carl loves his mom. So there's so much because how you judge how a man will take care of you is how he treats his mom.
Yes.
And there's a lot of potential. I think Carl just needs to get over whatever fear he has about being in a committed
I agree.
relationship.
Because he's using the time thing, like, oh, it's not the right time. Because he does speak kindly about Lauren in other aspects.
He does. He does. He's not usually like a rude, douchey guy behind her back. It's usually just like he fucks up.
Yeah. Well, it's usually like he like wants to be with another girl.
It's his wandering eyes. He's got wandering eyes. But I think watching him with his mom, I don't think Carl would ever want to be his dad in that situation. So I'm hoping, I don't know if this will like help be him better or have him be better in relationships, but I have a lot of hope. And I think that him and his mom are so cute. I'm dead inside. I love him.
My whole heart.
The whole thing.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pick Amanda as fun. She was so excited for her mom to come. This does have stuff to do with the moms, but like having your mom meet your partner's mom, especially at the summer house where you guys are sharing, is a big deal. So like big strides in their relationship. She got to show off that key, you know, all around fun, and kept Kyle out of the drama.
For a second, I thought you were gonna be like, she got to show off that ring, and I was gonna be like,
no,
where?
that key. And then Kyle did not get hammered. So I feel like she ended up having a great weekend.
She got him in bed when she was like, we have a busy day with our moms. His ass went to bed. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is what she wants out of the Hamptons weekend. So, like, thrilled for her.
I love. This is good. Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening. This was surprisingly a good episode of our show. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, join our Patreon, check out our other podcasts that will never end. So we'll be doing this till we're a million. So you'll never get rid of us. Do everything. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.